Okay, it's Diane Michael with the Callan Group. Attention graphic designers, web developers, marketing specialists, advertising agencies, magazine distributors, anyone who deals with clients who need to communicate with their customers. We offer a white labeling option. And if you don't know what the term white labeling means, it's basically like a manila folder. You have these manila folders, and on them, you write the name of whatever, and then you may flip it and recycle it and write the name there. Well, if you want to write another name, you would grab a white label and you would write on the white label the new name for that folder. So basically, on all of our email newsletters, at the very bottom, we have our Callan Group tagline on top of the opt-out newsletter suggestions and forward to friend. That bar can be removed and we can put your business name in there. So you can expand your services to your customer base and expand your revenues. We would work something out, but basically one of the options that we have, I'll give you an example with a fellow marketer in town. He white labels his newsletter. So he works with the customer, which happens to be a restaurant, and then he finds out all the specials. He's my go-to guy. He has a special price. So he's making money because he's upcharging his price. He gets a special price because he's an agency. We work together. Plus he's doing extra work. So he's not going to pay as much as I would charge a normal client because he's my liaison. He's getting information for me. He's helping to come up with strategy for his customer. I've never once spoken to his customer. I don't invoice his customer. Everything goes through this marketer. So he works with his customer. He invoices me. Rather, I invoice him. I send him the newsletter for approval, and we send it out together. So his customer doesn't have to waste time working with anyone. They know that that agency, that marketer, that graphic designer is handling the needs for them. Oftentimes, graphic designers don't know how to create or don't have the tools to do a newsletter. Or let's say an advertising agency who really is more a liaison and a buyer, they may not have the time to do an email newsletter or the technology. A lot of people prefer to use local businesses to handle their marketing needs instead of national companies. So in cases like that, the Callan Group email newsletters is a perfect way to white label your business if you're a graphic designer or any of the things that I listed. What we can do is we can create a footer for you, which is basically a banner ad, and it would look like you provide the email newsletter services to your clients, and it would actually be the Callan Group that would be handling it, but unless you told them, nobody would know. So it's an expansion of what you do, and it's also very low time, not very much time for you to put into it because we'll really take it over. We'll charge you a little less, and then it's basically mailbox money for you. When we first started this business, I brought to the table about a dozen different firms in the area, took them out to dinner, and said, do you do email newsletters? And a couple of them used a national company, which sends money outside of our community, and they basically are a referral source. So being a referral, they should get money. So this national company pays these firms money. Well, I said, well, why don't you do that with us? We're a local company. Work with us. We'll take care of it. We can also throw you back money. And a lot of them said, well, I'm doing the email newsletter, and if I give it to you, that takes money away from me. Well, of course, if you're charging your customer $200 a month and you're doing all the work, then you look at the time you're spending on that, and if your book of business or your schedule isn't filled, then yes, then you should keep that business, obviously. But if you took the time that you put into that newsletter to go and recruit new business or keep the business you have and get referrals and outsource it to us, and I'm not using real numbers, but say we only charge $150, You're making $50 a month doing nothing other than sending the proof to the client if you don't want us to do it, and that's it. And then you're white labeling yourself and expanding your services. So it's a great opportunity to get mailbox money, and it's a great opportunity to keep money local. And it's a great opportunity to increase your revenue while saving you time. If that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, we'd love to talk to you. This is the Callan Group's White Labeling Program. You can check us out online at www.thecallangrp.com. Check out the rest of our vlogs, and thank you for listening.